गुरुवे गौरचंद्राय राधिकाय तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः. First of all, offer my millions of obeisances to lotus feet of Asmade Guru Pad Padma Nityala Prashta Jagat Guru Shishwan Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, Trindi Swami Shishwan Bhaktivedanta Dandi Maharaj, Namnishta Santa Shri Aniruddha Das Prabhuji, all the Vaishnavas and Vaishnavas are gathered here for the online class. Please accept my humble obeisances. I also offer obeisances at the lotus feet of His Divine Grace, Shri Śrīmad Bhakti-Saranga Goswami Maharaj, great Acharya, and his appearance day we are celebrating today, 1st March, Friday. Text 39 of Dhyana Yoga, Chapter 6. Etanme samshayam Krishna chetur arhasya sheshataha tadanya samshayasyasya cheta nahi upapadyate. Etat, this is, may my samshayam, doubt, Krishna, O Krishna, chetum, to dispel, arhasi, you are requested, asheshataha, completely, tvat, then you, anyaha, other, samshayasya, of the doubt, asya, this, chetta, remover, na, never, he, certainly, upapadyate, is to be found. This is my doubt, O Krishna, and I ask you to dispel it completely, but for you, no one is to be found who can destroy this doubt. Krishna is the perfect knower of past, present and future. In the beginning of the Bhagavad-gītā, the Lord said that all the living entities existed individually in the past, they exist now in the present, and they continue to retain individual identity in the future, even after liberation from the material entanglement. So he has already cleared up the question of the future of the individual living entity. Now Arjuna wants to know of the future of the unsuccessful transcendentalist. No one is equal to or above Krishna, and certainly the so-called great sages and philosophers who are at the mercy of material nature cannot equal him. Therefore the verdict of Krishna is the final and complete answer to all doubts, because he knows past, present and future perfectly, but no one knows him. Krishna and Krishna conscious devotees alone can know what is what. Srila Gurudev's commentary, verse 39 from chapter 6, Dhyana Yoga, Shri Bhagavad-gītā. Etan me samshayam Krishna chetum arasya asheshataha tad anyaha samshayasyasya chetta nahi upapadyate. Krishna, O Krishna, etat, this is me samshayam, my doubt, arhasi, you should, chetum, dispel, asheshataha, completely, tad anyaha, other than yourself, he is certainly, chetta, a remover, asya samshayasya, of this doubt, na upapadyate, is not to be found. O Krishna, this is my doubt and I implore you to remove it completely. Other than you, no one else can possibly dispel this doubt. Sarartha Varshini Prakashika Vritti. In this shloka, Arjuna says, O Krishna, you are the supreme controller of all controllers and the supreme cause of all causes, and you are omniscient. No Devata or Rishi is omniscient, Sarvagya, and all-powerful Sarvashaktiman like you. Therefore, other than you, there is nobody who is able to dispel my doubt. Now Bhagavan is telling, to verse 40, Shri Bhagavan Uvacha, Partha naiveha namutra vinashastasya vidyate nahi kalyanakrit kaschit durgatim tata gacchati. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha, the Supreme Personality of Godhead said, Partha, O son of Prutha, na eva, never is it so, iha, in this material world, na, never, amutra, in the next life, vinasha, destruction, tasya, his, vidyate, exist, na, never, he, certainly, kalyanakrit, one who is engaged in auspicious activities, kaschit, anyone, durgatim, to degradation, tata, my friend, gacchati, goes. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, son of Prutha, a transcendentalist engaged in auspicious activity does not meet with destruction either in this world or in the spiritual world. One who does good, my friend, is never overcome by evil. In the Śrīmad Bhagavatam 1.5.17, Shri Narad Muni instructs Vyasadeva as follows: Tyaktva swadharmam charanam bhujam harer bhajan apakvo athapate tato yadi yatra va bhadram abhut amushyakim ko vartha apto bhajatam swadharmata. If someone gives up all material prospects and takes complete shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, there is no loss or degradation in any way. On the other hand, a non-devotee may fully engage in his occupational duties and yet not get anything. For material prospects, there are many activities, both scriptural and customary. A transcendentalist is supposed to give up all material activities for the sake of spiritual advancement in life, Krishna consciousness. One may argue that by Krishna consciousness, one may attain the highest perfection if it is completed. But if one does not attain such a perfectional stage, then he loses both materially and spiritually. It is enjoined in the scriptures that one has to suffer the reaction for not executing prescribed duties. Therefore, one who fails to discharge transcendental activities properly becomes subjected to these reactions. The Bhagavatam assures the unsuccessful transcendentalist that there need be no worries. Even though he may be subjected to the reaction for not perfectly executing prescribed duties, he is still not a loser, because auspicious Krishna consciousness is never forgotten, and one so engaged will continue to be so even if he is low-born in the next life. On the other hand, one who simply follows strictly the prescribed duties need not necessarily attain auspicious results if he is lacking in Krishna consciousness. The purport may be understood as follows. Humanity may be divided into two sections, namely the regulated and the non-regulated. Those who are engaged simply in bestial sense gratifications without knowledge of their next life or spiritual salvation belong to the non-regulated section, and those who follow the principles of prescribed duties in the scriptures are classified amongst the regulated section. The non-regulated section, both civilized and non-civilized, educated and non-educated, strong and weak, are full of animal propensities. Their activities are never auspicious. Because while enjoying the animal propensities of eating, sleeping, defending and mating, they perpetually remain in material existence, which is always miserable. On the other hand, those who are regulated by scriptural injunctions and those who rise gradually to Krishna consciousness certainly progress in life. Those who are following the path of auspiciousness can be divided into three sections, namely, number one, the follower of scriptural rules and regulations who are enjoying material prosperity. Number two, those who are trying to find ultimate liberation from material existence. And number three, those who are devotees in Krishna consciousness. Those who are following the rules and regulations of the scriptures for material happiness may be further divided into two classes, those who are fruitive workers and those who desire no fruit for sense gratification. Those who are after fruitive results for sense gratification may be elevated to a higher standard of life, even to the higher planets, but still, because they are not free from material existence, they are not following the truly auspicious path. The only auspicious activities are those which lead one to liberation. Any activity which is not aimed at ultimate self-realization or liberation from the material bodily concept of life is not at all auspicious. Activity in Krishna consciousness is the only auspicious activity, and anyone who voluntarily accepts all bodily comforts for the sake of making progress on the path of Krishna consciousness can be called a perfect transcendentalist under severe austerity. And because the eightfold yoga system is directed toward the ultimate realization of Krishna consciousness, such practice is also auspicious, and no one who is trying his best in this matter need fear degradation. Srila Gurudev's commentary, Shloka 40, Shri Bhagavan Uvacha, Partha Naiveha Namutra Vinashastasya Vidyate Nahi Kalyanakut Kaschit Durgatim Tata Gacchati. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha, the all-opulent person said, Partha, O son of Prutha, Tata, dear one, Eva, certainly, Tasya, for that person, Vidyate, there is neither Vinasha, destruction, Iha, in this world, na, nor, Amutra, in the next, he certainly, Kaschit, somehow, someone, Kalyanakrut, who performs auspicious acts, Nagachati, does not go. durgatim, to the unfavorable destination. Sri Bhagavan said, O Partha, such an unsuccessful yogi is not either in this world or in the next. Such an unsuccessful yogi is not lost either in this world or the next, because he, my dear friend, a person who is engaged in auspicious acts never attains an unfavorable destination. In this world as well as in the next world, such an unsuccessful yogi engages in yoga which leads to auspiciousness. Sarartha Varshini Prakashika Vritti. By addressing Arjuna as Purutha in this shloka, Shri Bhagavan is instructing him in a very loving manner. Bhagavan considers Arjuna to be extremely dear to him. By using the word Tata, which literally means son, he demonstrates his affection for Arjuna. A father expands himself in the form of his son, and therefore he is called Tat. He is called Tat. When the suffix an is applied to the original word Tat, it becomes Tat. Shri Gurudev also affectionately calls his disciple, who is like his son, Tat. Here Shri Bhagavan says that those who engage in yoga with faith never arrive at a degraded destination. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur quotes Krishna as saying, O Partha, one who engages in the practice of yoga never meets destruction, either now or in the future. The performer of that yoga which leads to eternal good can never be subject to an evil fate. Basically, all humanity is divided into two categories: righteous, regulated, and unrighteous, unregulated. The behavior of unregulated people is always like that of animals, whether they are cultured or uncultured, dull or intelligent, weak or strong. There is no possibility of the world receiving any good from their activities. The righteous, regulated can be divided into three categories: Karmi, Jnani, and Bhakta. Karmis are further divided into two divisions: Sakam Karmi and Nishkam Karmi. The Sakam Karmis hanker for petty kinds of happiness or temporary pleasures. Although they attain Swarga and worldly progress, all their pleasure is temporary. Therefore, that which is called Kalyan, auspiciousness for the Jivas, is unknown to them. The state of Kalyan for the Jivas is to become free from the grip of worldliness and to attain Nityananda, eternal bliss. Therefore, any process which does not lead to this eternal bliss is futile. Only when the purpose of achieving this Nityananda is combined with karma kanda activities can such karma be called karma yoga. First, the chitta is purified by such karma yoga. When one attains jnana, after that one engages in dhyana yoga, meditation, and then finally the zenith of all processes, the path of bhakti yoga, is attained. The injunction of accepting austerities by renouncing selfish pleasures in sakam karma is called tapasya by a karmi. However many austerities he may perform, his goal is only sense pleasure and nothing else. The asuras, after achieving the results of their austerities, simply enjoy their senses. On the other hand, when that person's karma surpasses the boundaries of sense enjoyment, then Nishkam Karma Yoga appears, which aims at the eternal good of the jiva. A Dhyana Yogi or Jnana Yogi, firmly situated on the path of Nishkam Karma Yoga, often naturally performs actions for the eternal good of all beings. In every respect, an Ashtanga Yogi surpasses whatever results a jiva attains by Sakam Karma. Hare Krishna. Vanchakalpataruveshya kripa sindhuvescha paridanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo